Hello, I'm the real Manos. I react to it so you don't have to. Now, we're back. The weekly Manos has been on a break for about a month and a half as I get all set up here. And during that time, I've been thinking about the show and the real Manos as a character. Yeah, he's a totally separate character from me, totally different people. And I was thinking about ways of kind of raising the real Manos' profile on YouTube. And that's when I started thinking, I'm a nostalgia critic. He has created a whole channel of different variety of characters that review things, and they have iconic looks. And I thought, kind of, let's see, being inspired by him would be a good idea. What I did was I found a whole bunch of ties and some black jackets at a thrift store. I'm sure it's just a coincidence that they were all there. And I'm going to kind of maybe find myself as a kind of character like him that everybody, the whole internet, just loves and always gushes over. So you could, Ugh. I'll just take this off now. Greetings, symbiotes. We're back with new episodes of the Weekly Manos. I'm posting this episode late. Hopefully we're going to get back to regular schedule on Wednesday. I don't know, maybe. I do stuff. So, let's get into the news of the geek culture of the recent week and so. Let's start with the Venom trailer. Yes! Sony, in association with Marvel, came up with their final, have finally come up with the new trailer instead of the teaser where we didn't really get to look at Venom. Now we got to see him at the end of the trailer, and it looks okay. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know why for the last 20, 30 years Marvel has insisted on making Venom, Eddie Brock, a hero or an anti-hero or whatever. He is a fantastic villain. Great, creepy, multi-complex villain. They have constantly ruined that by trying to make him badass anti-hero. He is not a good person. He's not even a good anti-hero. And he's not a lead character, which is why he's never able to... He's always been popular enough to maintain reboots and restarts, but never really popular to kind of be a consistent character all the way through. Matter of fact, his most popular run was when they took the symbiote suit off him and put it on Flash Thompson, somebody who's a good person that has goals and a whole thing to achieve, and somebody we could get behind. Not Eddie Brock, who's a human shit stain. So, okay, we don't set him up in any of the Sony Marvel Spider-Man movies. I'm not even sure if Spider-Man's even going to be in this film. It's possible they have no connection whatsoever. There's a lot of talk about the evil corporation with their evil symbiote thing, and Eddie's trying to get into it like a good reporter. He's a shitty reporter. He made up a story. That's how he became Venom. He made up stories because he's a shit reporter. He's not a good guy. I don't... Okay. The film looks like any 90s comic book film I've ever seen. I'm sure there'll be a boardroom scene. Maybe there might be two boardroom scenes where one character will tell the villain, oh, I don't think we should do that, and the villain will kill them because they're a badass evil villain with black, slick back hair. And, okay, Venom does look good at the end, but you need more than the character looking right. I'm sorry, geeks. You have to have the heart of the story, the heart of the character. You have to... There's a lot more than making his teeth look scary. So I'm not impressed. I'm not interested in what I've seen so far, which bums me out. I'd love to see good, creepy, scary Venom. Matter of fact, this poster that I'm going to hang up soon is like an old Todd McFarlane poster. This was done around to celebrate Amazing Spider-Man 300. I love this poster. I pulled this out of storage just recently, and I put this nice frame on it, and I'm going to hang it up somewhere in here. I love that era of Venom, and I'd love to see that realized on film. I don't think we're going to see that ever, at least in the next generation of movies. So, I don't know. I may be wrong. Here's the thing. Everything I've just said, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a great movie. Wouldn't it be great if it was a great movie? Wouldn't it be great if we had another Ready Player One type of situation where, yeah, the situation looks like it's going to be bad, but, oh, okay, it's passable. I would be fine with passable. I don't have any confidence from what I've seen and heard so far, but, you know, hey, I got an open mind. So, maybe, but from what I've seen and heard, I'm not excited. Well, got that off my chest. What else is going on? We got, oh, hey, Steven Spielberg. He's making a movie. Let's see. He is teaming with Warner Brothers to produce a live-action version of Black Hawk with the intention of Spielberg directing. Yeah, Steven Spielberg is currently prepping the 5th Indiana Jones film, which I'm sure is going to go great and no one's going to have any complaints about. Then afterwards, he is prepping and going to direct a remake of West Side Story. And after that, then he's going to be doing this Black Hawk film, which during the time is going to give, hopefully, the producers to prep the film and also give comic book readers plenty of time to discover who the hell the Blackhawks are so they can act all smug and dickish when the movie comes out and act like, hey, this ain't anything like the movie that the comic books that I've been a fan of for months. That's going to be awesome. I don't know if we're going to get to the finish line with him doing the film. I mean, he has been like working a lot lately, and I've been noticing he's been doing this thing where he does like a serious, super cool adult movie, and then he does like a fun movie, and that's been kind of his modus operandi lately. And I suppose next year is the West Side Story and an Indiana Jones film, and then afterwards it'll be Black Hawk and, I don't know, some other important movie. If people don't like it, then I can't see Spielberg giving two shits at all. That's what I like about him. He's like, I'm Steven Spielberg, what the fuck are you gonna do? And what I'm also thinking about is the fact that Warner Brothers and the DCEU are really starting to think outside the box, and I'm talking about the Batman box, which is awesome because Warner Brothers has just been stuck and married to Batman as the center, and breaking free from that, I think, is nothing but good news. Also, I mean, I love Zack Snyder's work, but his kind of dystopian, deconstructive Ayn Rand type of take on the main superheroes was just wrong, and it's just the wrong fit for like the kind of like runner for the whole franchise. It was just a bad idea. He, I think, would be great for individual films, but not that viewpoint for that film franchise and universe. So I'm really excited to see what they do. They've kind of like broken open the seventh seal. We're going all over the place. So who knows? Maybe we might get some really dazzling, awesome, fun, exciting, dark, scary, awesome movies that the DC universe has always been able to promise us, but we haven't really had that delivered in a long time. So I salute you, Steven Spielberg. All right, now what's next? We are talking about, hey, we're going from the Blackhawks to another type of dogfighting. This was just announced. There's a new Star Wars animated series. The next installment in Star Wars animation has been announced. Lucasfilm has announced that Star Wars Resistance, it's a new animated series with executive producers Dave Filoni, Athena Portillo. What a name, Athena Portillo. That is epic. Justin Ridge, Brandon Oman, and it's debuting this fall. It's coming soon. Let's see, who said something? It was David Filoni. He's the executive producer, and he wrote the idea for Star Wars Resistance. Came out of my interest of World War II airmen and fighter pilots. My grandfather was a pilot, and my uncle flew and restored planes. That always had a big influence on me. It's a long history of high-speed racing in Star Wars, and I think we're catching that sense of excitement in an anime-inspired style, which is something the entire team has been wanting to do for a long time. So, yeah, there's a lot to unpack on that. The Resistance is going to be of this generation's Star Wars, so it's going to be the Resistance, the modern characters, like Poe. I don't know if Poe will be in the series or maybe make cameos, like the Rebel show had cameos from the other characters. I like this idea of anime inspired. Like, what are they talking about? Are they talking like the fast-paced anime? I think he mentioned that, but I can't help but wonder when you talk about like World War II air fighter pilots. I can't help but think about Miyazaki and that kind of like inspiration. I don't know if that's what they're thinking. That would be stunning to have that kind of like take on Star Wars fighter pilots. That would be amazing. But so far, I'm kind of excited from what I'm hearing from this press release. So I'm interested in seeing what the animation looks like. I haven't really seen any stills or anything because it literally just got announced. So I'll be talking about this probably a little bit later. All right, now there's new stuff too. I think it's, where are we here? Oh, speaking of space stuff, Grant Morrison has been recently announced on a new project. Bleeding Cool has reported that Grant Morrison is the new writer of the new Green Lantern series. There's no word on an artist yet, but it's possibly looking like Liam Sharp instead of Ethan Van Sciver. DC won't be working with Ethan Van Sciver for a while. And with that out of the way, I don't know what exactly he'll be doing. There's no announcement of who the focus will be. If it will be one of the recent characters, it will be Hal Jordan again. If it will be Kyle, it'll be John or Guy. I'm not too sure. I haven't really heard Grant Morrison talk too much about the Green Lantern, so I have no real idea who his favorite is. So, or maybe he'll create a new Green Lantern. But it's really interesting, and the thing that I'm interested in this is that Green Lantern has been kind of in the shadow of Jeff Johns for years and hasn't really escaped. It still tries to maintain that, much like, let's say, like Daredevil keeps having trouble getting away from Frank Miller. That's kind of the same problem Green Lantern's been in for a few years. It's nice that maybe another writer with a imaginative, strong viewpoint could come in and maybe take another look at the Green Lantern Corps. I'm guessing we're going to get a lot of crazy space stuff. Just guessing. So, what else are we talking about? Oh, that's it for all that kind of news. I do want to talk about Channel Awesome because while we were on break, apparently Channel Awesome fucking imploded. There was a Google Doc released on April 3rd, and it was written by around 20 of their content creators, talking about grievances they've had with the channel ever since the beginning. And they started with like minor problems, bad communication, people not being paid, people being mistreated, bullied, all the way up to sexual assault. And it's bad. It's really awful. And Alison Pregler, who was one of the main people behind the doc, her main goal was to get an apology and to get them to admit to wrongdoings in the past and maybe correct for the future. And their response basically was, "Hey, sorry you feel that way." And that didn't go over well. Like Lynn Carr quit immediately, and that was like a floodgate. They lost like 20 of their content creators immediately, and they kept losing. they're almost. I think the tie is left, and maybe his glasses. I think is left. There's a lot of rumors about everyone leaving. I'm not sure where things are going. Apparently, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack. There's the sexual assault by one of the creators, and the fact that the CEO and maybe the Walkers knew about it and kind of brushed it aside as best they could. They did let him go, but it was different reasons, which of course is tragic because this particular content creator had killed himself, and a lot of people were sad about it. There was a lot of outpouring of support about that, and now that definitely casts a different shade into his reasonings. It's really it's incredibly disheartening, really, because I was one of many people who really enjoyed the channel, really liked their model, that they were kind of building a site of internet reviewers. They all had kind of themes. They all had different kind of subject matter they would reach out and do, and it was a really exciting time. And I think they really did define the last 10 years of internet reviewing. Definitely, I have been kind of a follower in this. I'm not gonna lie, and there's plenty of people who I respect who have kind of come up in this kind of era. And there are times where I've heard stories, and I'm not much different than probably a lot of people, where we all heard stories here and there, but we kind of just brushed it off as maybe isolated incidents and bad business and people not working together well. And this solidified everything to say, no, this is a problem. And their answers to it revealed that it was even worse. So yeah, I'm like many. I unsubscribed. I unfollowed on Twitter and all that stuff. I definitely suggest supporting, the people, even the people who stayed. Brad Jones, I'm a huge fan of. I still watch Tamara's videos, and I do support all. There's a whole bunch that left. I'm a big fan of Alison Pregler. Phaelus is fantastic. I've been watching Brandon Tenhole. Tenhole's really good. I think he's underrated. Not enough people talk about the videos he does. Renegade Cut. Let's see, Maven of the Eventide. Lindsay Ellis. So I encourage you, if you're fans of whoever from Channel Awesome, as far as any of these people who have quit the channel and have kind of gone off on their own, please support them. There's plenty of really talented people that I think can stand on their own and really don't need Channel Awesome anymore. So we'll see. It's just a sad thing, because just like Torpedo Jones from Bob's Burgers said, next time you want to pick a hero, pick an old guy, because by the time you grow up, they're dead. All right. Let's move on to some more cheerful news, I guess. And let's see. Oh, hey, here's something really cheerful. We're back to our favorite segment. It's Get on the Pole. Get on the pole, yeah. That's a new theme song. I'm kind of playing around with different theme songs here. All right. It's been a while, but I had a poll about the DC Comics new Black Label imprint that they're about to start, and it's a unique, brilliant, never before done concept where they're giving creators their main characters to do books without continuity. And this is totally radically new, not counting Earth 1 or All-Star Marvel Ultimate. But, it's new. Now, okay, I'm being bitchy, but to be honest, some of the stuff sounds really cool. And the three main titles are Kelly Sue DeConnick's Wonder Woman, Scott Snyder's Batman, and Frank Miller doing Superman. And I asked you, the viewing public, on my Twitter, @TheRealManos, what were you most excited about? And these are the results. Snyder's Batman and Miller's Superman each garnered 29 points, and they were blown away by Kelly Sue DeConnick's Wonder Woman at 42 points, which I agree with. I'm very excited to see what she does with Wonder Woman, particularly in a context where she doesn't have to worry about particular past continuity or setup, although to be honest, when did that really bother DC? But I'm very excited to see what she does with the character. And also working with Phil Jimenez. Done. Just sold. Just give me the book. I'll buy it. So, yeah. I'm going to be doing a new poll. And hey, since it's Avengers Infinity War week, I thought I'd ask you. I'm sure by the time you see this video, you've already seen the movie and you have an opinion on it. So, here we go. It's just pure and simple. What you think of the movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was it okay? Let me know on the Twitter @TheRealManos, and I'll talk about it next week on the results. Now, it's been a few weeks, so I don't really have a comic of the week, so I thought for fun that this time around I would just talk about some comics I've bought over the last month and a half that I've enjoyed. I'm just going to do a quick shout out for. And these are books I've really enjoyed, and I thought maybe you might check them out. I've already done a full review of Action Comics 1000, but I thought I'd give it another nod here. It's a lot of fun. The stories are pretty entertaining. The art is gorgeous. It's historic. It's the 1000th issue. Go get it. Infidel from Image is really nice, creepy, hard comic about this Muslim woman who believes something's awful in her apartment building. It's probably a vampire, demon, monster thing. It's really cool. I really like this. Champions has just started a new run with new creators. Mark Waid is done with the series and he's moved on. And so they've started this with a new artistic team and some new characters, Ironheart and the Nadia Wasp. Well, I always thought those two should be on this team, so I'm really happy to see them on here. And look, Marvel says, hey, this is a great starting point without renumbering the book. I can't believe it. This is amazing. This used to be all the time. Now, growing up, Marvel would just go, hey kids, buy this book. This is a great starting point without having to destroy everything. So awesome. I'm very happy about that. That alone is worth getting. Champions number 19. And speaking of Miss Marvel, she just got done with a fun story arc that I just got going on. It was Teenage Wasteland, and I am a sucker for the hero is disillusioned and thinks about quitting and finds a new will to move on. And this one's a nice touch. It's really adorable in the fact that her friends dress up as Miss Marvel and try and fill in the void, but then that gets less fun when monsters show up. It's a really fun 4-issue storyline, and also utilizes her supporting cast really well. I really like this book. And I got sent this from the Mount Vernon kid. He just messaged me online and goes, hey, I want to send you this. I'm like, I'll take a free comic. It's Son of Shaolin. And I'm halfway through it. I'm not done. I'm going to do a full review once I'm all finished with it. But it's from Image, and it's a martial arts book, and it's pretty awesome. I dig this one a lot so far. I'm halfway through it, and I'm going to recommend it just based on what I've read. So forgive me if the rest is terrible. But I'm going to do a full review once I finish the story in this trade. It's really lovely art, and the fight scenes are really cool. I'm really liking the book so far. So check it out, Son of Shaolin. So yeah, I'll be talking about different comics next week, and I think that's just about done. Yeah. All right, we're back with the Weekly Manos. This episode got posted late. I hope to do the show once again on Wednesdays. So look for us then. I have some reviews coming up. I have finally my Twin Peaks The Return review coming up. I'd have another Wonder Woman 101 episode that I've already written. I just need to sit down and shoot it. Also, it's Infinity War time, so I'm going to watch the movie at some point. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother with a non-spoiler review, because I'm going to watch it late after all you people watch it. So I'll probably do a spoiler review after I watch it, hopefully sometime next week. Not sure when. I may do a non-spoiler mini review in the next episode of Weekly Manos. That's a good idea. There you go. So, hey, check me out at, like I mentioned, at The Real Manos at Twitter, Facebook's Real Manos, and you can support this channel through Patreon at, let's see, Patreon Justin Cristelli, and help me create better videos. So, I gotta say, it's been really exciting, a lot of fun to talk to you guys again about what's going on. I am a little disappointed and just a little disillusioned about some people I really respected, like Channel Awesome, and Ethan Van Skeever is not fun. So yeah, you know, sometimes it's just kind of a bummer to hear like how awful some of your heroes can be. But you know, look, there's always going to be someone out there who is an inspiration or a great, strong role model, like Allison Mack. I can always count on her on being a voice of reason.
They don't play the song on the